Hi everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. Oh my god, it is the final episode of the spooky season. Yes, November is almost upon us. Next week will be Thanksgiving, so I wanted to wrap this up with an actual good wig. This is the actual wig I used to carry at Jaymes Mansfield Beauty. This was the Idol Star, I believe. We don't carry it anymore, but there was a backstory of the reason why we stopped carrying these wigs, and we'll get into it later. But honestly, I want to do something fun for those Disney gays out there. If you find a wig that's half black, half white, we're going to create a Yassify Cruella de Vil today because I love me a Disney villain, and by God, we're going to have it, okay? So let's do this. Let's do a Yassified Cruella de Vil. Now, this wig is from the vault. We don't carry this anymore, but I guess I can try it on for you folks. Let's try it on quick, all right? Be right back. And we are back. As you can tell, this wig has sat in the vault for a long time. She's got a little bit of crease in it. We're going to curl it today to take that out. It usually comes straight. But the reason why we stopped carrying this wig is because, well, the vendor we were going through was actually giving us some trouble, and they didn't give us the widow's peak we wanted on them. So we ended up with a bunch of wigs that we couldn't sell. So we just kind of sat on these wigs, and Ernie actually went in and hand ventilated the hairline of this to give it like a nicer widow's peak so that we actually could do something with it. And then one thing led to another. We got better wigs. We just didn't even get around to doing these wigs. So I found this wig lying around the vault, and I thought, you know what? Let's do something with it today. It's a spooky season. It's the perfect hair combo for something scary. So let's create a Yassified Cruella de Vil. I gotta say, the hairline on this actually does look good. Like the widow's peak you did? Honey, honestly. All right, and we are back. Let's start cutting this so I can start curling it. Now, you can curl it first and then cut it, but I'm just going to cut it first because honestly, it's really long. Like, take a look. She is long. So in order to get Cruella's length, we have to cut some hair. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, let's just trim it. Ugh, now, Cruella de Vil is one of those characters I was always obsessed with as a kid. I don't know why, because normally when I talked to a lot of people growing up, they never really liked Cruella. And I don't know why. I always thought she was fabulous. I think it's because she used the word darling. And as a kid, I just loved any woman that did that. Like, it's such an actressy thing. You can probably tell I was gay because, like, I lived for it. And just, like, she was so dismissive and so, like, short with people. I loved her. I would die for her. I loved Cruella. And I actually did not mind the little Emma Stone, like, revamp they did. Usually I don't like them. But Cruella with Emma Stone, did not mind it. Didn't mind it. It was good. You know, Disney's gonna Disney. As far as like villain characters that get like a hero origin story, I always think it's kind of bizarre, especially with that one, considering like her whole deal is that she's gonna get her a coat. like no matter what, come hell or high water, she's gonna get that fucking coat. All right. And you gotta respect that, Miss Cruella. I can't even remember what it was that like stemmed. I guess like she got chased by Dalmatians by her like fashion rival. So that's why she hates Dalmatians. I swear I was paying attention. I really was. I swear I was. But Emma Stone wore a lot of really glamorous dresses and everyone was Cruella that year. I do remember that. So that was my takeaway from the whole movie experience. Pretty sure that's what they wanted. Just it was made to sell costumes and dolls. It was Cruella meets Katniss Everdeen. Ooh, imagine Jennifer Lawrence as Cruella. I'd watch that. Oh, I watched the shit out of that. Okay, just cut some more layers into hair. You know, I think we needed to get more creative when it comes to villain origin stories. And we're gonna like tell an origin story of somebody and give them like a reboot. We gotta be more selective about the villains. Like I remember I just did an iconic brunettes of Soraya Montenegro from Maria La Barrio. Honey, that's somebody that needs an origin story, all right? Let's do a villain origin story of her, okay? I wanna figure out how she became so evil. Like, where's the Disney reboot of that? Disney, if you're listening, Soraya from Maria La Barrio, give her an origin story, all right? And hell, cast a Tati in it. Let her reprise the role. She still can do it. She's still got it, all right? She still looks just the way she did when she was younger. But yeah, I think I just had a sour taste in my mouth because of Maleficent. I really hated Maleficent. I think it's because they did the fairies so dirty. The good fairies were done so dirty in that movie. Like they went from being the heroes of Sleeping Beauty to being like these annoying punchlines of characters, like bad caretakers, so that, you know, Maleficent could be like the surrogate weird proxy mom watching. I didn't like it. I thought it was tacky. But again, I don't really like a lot of Disney live action remakes. Aladdin didn't like it. It's like, if you're gonna do this, do it for the movies that didn't do well. All right? Like Aladdin did really great. Do it for the movies that tanked at the box office. Like, where's the Hercules? All right? That one didn't do well. Why don't we do a live action remake of that? Or what's the other one? The one that was in space? That like Treasure Island in space or some shit? What was that one? Treasure Planet. Oh my gosh. That like they fought for years to get made just so it could bomb. God, that was like such a thing back in the day. Remember they used to do like the same movie but them in high school? That was like such a thing in the Disney, especially in like the 2000s era. Like Hercules had one, and Little Mermaid, like little Disney animated series of these. Emperor's New School. Gorgeous. Okay, she is cut short. She is layered, honey. Let's start styling this biatch. Take a look. Oh yeah, we just gotta brush her, but I feel like she's just about ready to get curled. Let's brush all this out. I'm curious, what are your guys' like takes on that villain origin story thing? Is there a certain villain you think needs a reboot? Let me know. Like, I want to know what you guys think. Like, it's bound to be somebody. I'm surprised with like Hercules, they do like Hades, the Heart of Gold reboot. And it stars like, I don't know, like Chris Pratt or something. Or Gaston, the remake, you know? The series. Ooh, the Disney Plus series of Gaston. I would watch that. Like we retell him as like an actual hero, an anti-hero. Oh, and he's secretly gay. I would love that. Him and LeFou are secretly gay with each other. And he's just after Belle for like, you know, to have a beard to cover his tracks, you know? Okay, let's start curling her. Now, according to Disney lore, Cruella de Vil is actually based on the actress Tallulah Bankhead and like a few other people, but Tallulah was one of the main inspirations just by like, the way she carried herself. Because you like look at old videos of Tallulah, you can tell it's like, oh yeah. Honey, they were mopping your style, okay? They're biting your moves. Like it's totally Tallulah with the darling and everything and being so short and just so like hoity-toity rich lady. I mean, and it's understandable because it's a fun character. Like, they're bad people, but like they're instantaneously likable with the way they carry themselves. It's very much in the same way of how like Karen from Will and Grace carries herself. You know, that high society, carefree kind of lady. Does not give a hoot about anyone else. She just wants her fur coat and her jewelry. And it's like that prototype villain that like we used to see a lot in media. Not really so much anymore, like evil fashion people. People that work in fashion, but they're evil. I love that. It like takes me to like Catwoman with Halle Berry, where like the big villain is the makeup mogul. I love that stuff. Can I just say, Catwoman the movie was not bad. I never understood what all the hype was about, where people were like shitting on it. I saw that movie in the theater with Ernie and like, honey, I was satisfied. I was happy. I saw Halle Berry in her little outfit. She got into a cat fight with Sharon Stone. There was makeup involved. There was that awesome song by Mystique, Scandalous. Honey, everything. Why did we dump on Halle Berry for that? Well, I didn't, but why did the media dump on her for that? Because like it's definitely, as far as like superhero movies goes, it wasn't the worst. There were far worse ones that came out after. It's not as if they like set the bar extraordinarily low. All right, there's been some shitty superhero movies since then. You only need to cut Halle Berry some slack because like they really let her have it over that. I feel like that was like a year or two after she had won her Academy Award. So maybe that's why people were like, there was blood in the water when it came to those reviews, you know? People were just waiting for her to fail. And when they smelled something, honey, it was like chum. And I especially love how like her and Alex Borstein stayed really close friends after it. All right, well, I'm gonna curl this and I'll be right back. Welcome back. I have the hair all curled. Let's start styling it. Okay, let us begin, shall we? Ooh, so close to the speaker. I bet you can hear all that brushy goodness. Just wrap this down and create that Cruella de Vil hair. And really just put some tease into this bitch because, honey, we want some big-ass hair. Because what I like about Cruella de Vil is, like, honestly, the emphasis on neatness is not there. Her hair is purposefully kind of, like, all over the place and out there. You know, controlled chaos, as they say. Especially when Glenn Close plays her. Her hair was all over the place in that one. Oh, what a good time. That was always one of those movies they always show in public school. On movie day, like around Christmas time, they always would pull up that VCR with the TV and they put on 101 Dalmatians, the live action one. I dug it. I dug it. Is that Jeff Bridges in that? I feel like he is. I could get into it. Is that Natasha Richardson or somebody? God, she was in everything at one point. My goodness. Oh, this is going to be so glam. I cannot wait. And pretty soon I'll be marketing my own, you know, live action remake of Cruella. That's right, we're gonna redo it. With me playing Cruella. when she's young and hot. Because I don't think Disney's done that yet. Well, I should say younger and hotter. Now we'll put that in the title too. Cruella, younger and hotter. Yeah, that's mine. That's totally mine. Oh my gosh. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's start a Kickstarter and make it happen. Indiegogo. Do people still do those? I feel like they do. I never had the nerve to do that because I think crowdfunding, especially with my trifling fans, would never work. They say, James, we already have a membership. You're asking for too much. Some dreams just aren't meant for you, okay? They say, we already got a Discord. We show up to your live streams. What else do you want from us? Now, I was thinking about what is my favorite Cruella de Vil. And I think I'm kind of torn between because I like both. I like the animated one and I like the live action one. I think I'd probably be more partial to the animated one because it's more old school. And again, like whenever they take like the hard fashion reboot with something, I usually kind of like roll my eyes and like, whatever, I'm over it. The Anna Wintour comparison stuff. But this, I guess that was like proto before that, before Devil Wears Prada. You know, we had Glenn Close as Cruella de Vil, you know, really making that character happen. But I love the cartoon one. I think it's just that voice actress was like the journeyman voice actress when it came to like doing villain like voices. Like she was so good. And I like the fact she's based on Tallulah. Tallulah's one of my favorite artists and like entertainers, period. Like I love me a good old grand damn campy woman. Anyone that says the word darling in conversation because they can't remember names. They're just that famous. I'm just that famous. I can't remember names. I couldn't possibly. I meet too many people. Although a close second would have to be from the 101 Dalmatians animated series. That Cruella was fun too. Oh, I loved her too. Yeah, she was just so pathetic. Her lame ass plans would just never come through. Oh, what a fun time. Dogs on a farm. Just try my best not to blend too much of the white and the black together. Because it's going to look muddy. What did you guys think of the Emma Stone version? I feel like a lot of people really liked it. And I said, I liked it too. I did not mind it. Like, it checked my boxes, which normally those live action remakes don't, especially those like villain origin stories. I dug it. I was into it. It had hot guys in it, and that's truly what it takes for me to like something. Cast some hot men in it, and I'm already there. Which makes me wonder, like, is this like a different universe? Is it like a multiverse of Cruella? Because she doesn't seem like the same person at all. Just saying. It's like a different universe kind of thing, right? That's how that works. Because I think that's what I didn't like about Maleficent. Because it gave off that whole, this is how the story really happened. It's like Maleficent is Sleeping Beauty's Untucked or something. It's like, girl, bye. This movie blows. All right, I'm going to tease the rest of this off camera and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. It is all teased out. Let's start styling it. Now, this is the fun part. We get to go through and style this. Let's do it, okay? Start smoothing through it and making something out of her. Like I said, what I love about Cruella's hair is you can get as stupid as you want with this because her hair really doesn't have a whole lot of structure to it. It just has to be kind of freaky and fun. Also, I'm noticing there's some sections I left a little too long that I'm just going to shorten up. Because the more tendrily it is, the better. We want it to look more like, sort of like claws. That's kind of how her hair looked. So she's one of those few villains that has like monster-y kind of hair. Like very villainous hair. Especially like the later adaptations of her hair tells a real story. That reminds me, in the adaptation with Emma Stone, did we ever get like a real actual backstory as to why she is the way she is? Like, how does she become like the evil dog hater? We never really gotten a little clue into that. She like ends up with puppies, like Dalmatians or something. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. I watched it once and I thought, well, that was nice. But on WandaVision now. That's kind of where I was with that. Oh, that went off frame entirely. I got really into the haircutting part. You didn't miss anything, just cutting off strays. Now it's going to be a game you play to see how long it's going to take me to chop the tips of my fingers off. It's happened before. I was going a full like 2 weeks having the missing tip of my thumb after cutting it off, cutting bell peppers. That was fun. Lesson learned. Just stop adding bell pepper to recipes. Doesn't add anything. They have no flavor. She's kind of getting somewhere. Mess her up a bit. That's the fun thing about this. You know, it's supposed to be messy. And I guess this hair kind of ties over to like Christmas time because isn't the 101 Dalmatians kind of a Christmas movie? I feel like it is. Christmas happens in it, doesn't it? We always watch it during December. Like, don't they get kidnapped on Christmas or something? Or what is it, dog napped? Puppy napped. We'll say that. Our back is coming together. Together. Oh yeah, she's totally looking Emma Stone-ish right now. Just smooth out this front a bit. Also, those of you that watch Cruella, what was old girl's problem with her again? Was it just because she was rebellious? She was like doing fashion the wrong way or something? Because she like tries to kill her at some point. It was nuts. A lot happened. I swear I was paying attention. What I'm trying to do now is just make sure there's lots of volume left in it. Because when you cut the hair out of this, sometimes you have a tendency to lose a lot of that. So let's try and keep it nice and pumped up. Also, like, you think of this, you think of like villains from like old Hollywood and stuff like this. They love to put a white stripe in hair. It's such like a tired trope, but I love it. Okay, it's a great villain shorthand to have like hair that you don't touch up. Like root touch up, no way. I couldn't possibly. I'm far too busy being evil. I feel like we're starting to get somewhere with this. We're nearly to our final results. Some of these pieces are far too long, but we're gonna make it work. Just chop them up and angle them up. That's partly me being too scared to cut hair too short on the top because, you know, once you cut it, especially with synthetic growth, you're not getting it back. Like, it's not gonna grow back. Okay, let's have some fun and do like some fun, like stylized shit with this. We'll cut it even shorter for some parts. What I liked about Glenn Close's hair is like, she was not afraid to like cut shapes into it. There's a famous wig designer that was doing all the wigs for her. Paul Huntley, that's what it was. Honey, an icon. We lost an icon when he passed. Yes, Paul Huntley was the man that did the wigs for that. He did all of Glenn's wigs, like for Broadway, like when she did Sunset Boulevard and stuff. He was a real wig master, like a true man of that term. Like, he still has his archive available on Instagram of all of his work. Definitely go check that out if you're a wig geek like me. I adore it. It's so awe-inspiring. That's what I'm doing so far, is just like spraying it and just laying the tendrils. And that's how you get like that Cruella look. All right, just gonna keep doing this all over the wig. And I think I'll be back with the final result. But we gotta do more and more of that. That's gonna take forever to do on camera, so I'll be back with our final result. Welcome back. This is the final result. Oh my God, this is the final update for the spooky season. Yes. Oh my God, I am feeling my Cruella oats in this, honey. Yes. I look puppy crazy. I live. Now, this is a good way to get rid of a wig that's just been sitting around, honestly. And if you want this wig for yourself, baby, you can have it, all right? It's going to be available on my used wig tab. Yes. Just look at jaymesmansfieldbeauty.com. This wig will be for sale, okay? Oh my gosh. Before I go, I have to take a moment for my wiglets. Roll it!
And I'd like to give a shout out to my wiglets: Jacob, Louise, Sponge King, Ernie, Duke, Just BKZ, Vera, myself, Airface, So Many Kitties, JT, Christine, Curtis, Romeo and Juliet, Rose, Darth Curray, Catalina, Miss Lansing, Maureen, Veronica, Molly, Carl, Dolores, Loreza, Martha, Harmon, Astro, B-Rex, Matthew, Roger, Ryan, Margarita, Adam, Becca, Chrissy, Akoni, Jason, Nisi, JJ, Roy, Selena, Ricky, Dorcas, Myron, Gwendolyn, Pat, Eliza, Hermage, Hunter, Homeo, Ramona, Ember, Daniel, Tyler, Miss Mosey D, Robin, Macon, Cat, Ava, and Doug. Thank you so much, wiglets.
Thank you so much, wiglets. And I have to give some thanks. Some YouTube super thanks to Roger. Thank you, Roger. As well as Emily. Thank you, Emily. Thank you so much for the YouTube super thanks. And now a community spotlight for my top commenters. Wow. Oh my gosh. Now this has been a fun, spooky season. I'm so glad we extended it all the way through November because, like I said, no one cares about Thanksgiving. All right? Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. And until next time, I'll see you in the live streams. Bye. Now hit the outro. Click here and watch me Yassify a Daphne Blake wig from Amazon. Or watch me and Ernie's podcast, I Have Opinions Too. Come on, click it, you know you want to. If you don't click it, I'll tell everyone you're taking the substance. So click it.
Day like any